You remember back in July this year when an illegal immigrant, asylum seeker from Ethiopia called Hadush Kebatu decided to sexually assault a 14-year-old girl in the street. Now, he denied this, he got locked up for this, and he was sent to jail. And this had sparked off a series of rolling protests in Epping because people were like, well, actually, we don't really want you bringing rapey migrants into our town. Epping was just a normal, nice little English town, and we actually don't want these people here, so why are they here? And then a second migrant at this hotel sexually assaulted someone. And this really made people think, wow, the British state just is insistent on endangering women and children in this country. They just really don't seem to care that a lot of these unvetted men, who apparently want to take 14-year-old girls back to Ethiopia to be their wives, are, not really what I would say is a legitimate asylum seeker. Right? I think we can agree this guy probably a sexual predator who's just here to predate on girls and have us pay for the privilege. And so this caused, like I said, a rolling series of protests all through the summer. And it was a major flashpoint, a major issue. And this was running concurrent to the Raise the Colours protest, where the police in Epping would take down and arrest people for, take down the flags and arrest people for putting up British flags outside of, say, the Epping Magistrates Court and things like this. And so this was all a real showdown between the British state and the normal people of the country. And to prove that the British state was taking this really, really seriously, they decided to accidentally release him from prison. Just, what? Sorry, what did I hear that right? Yeah, that migrant sex offender who caused mass political unrest in Britain, in the south of England in particular, and was essentially the poster boy for why are these people here, sexually assaulted a girl, got sent to jail, and then you're just like, yeah, we just let him out after a couple of months. By mistake. And thus begins a cavalcade of events that is so preposterous that it sounds genuinely like a Brass Eye skit. It is almost like Mr. Bean himself is running this country and all of its institutions. And everything, just constant levels of failure of the British state are just honestly kind of... I'm honestly kind of impressed at how phenomenally shit the people running this country are, and, and the levels of ridiculousness in this story just continue to grow from this point. And we're going to go through them. So, Hadush Kebatu was accidentally released from prison. And they were like, right, on your merry way, you little scamp. Try not to sexually assault any more girls. And then people were like, well, hang on a second. You're not meant to be releasing sex offenders from jail when they're meant to be in jail. And so the Met Police were like, oh yeah, good point, we'll try and find him. And David Lammy promised to move heaven and earth. Shabana Mahmood were like, yeah, this is our top priority. And the Met Police were like, we can't find him. But we do know that he's had access to funds and has made a number of train journeys across London. As you can see, Juice here, this is them admitting that he's 100% gone for good. And on October the 25th, that was what people assumed. It was just assumed, oh God, he's disappeared into London. And he's never going to be seen again. And so the panopticon of the great British surveillance state is aware that he is spending money and is travelling, but they don't know what he's doing and where he's going. And so it's like, right, okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting to learn the limits of the British state when they have a migrant sex offender on the loose that they let go and they can't find him. So it's like, all right, okay. And this is the most surveilled city on earth. Like, nowhere in communist China is as well surveilled as London. And they're like, yeah, well, he's out there somewhere. We've got some CCTV footage of him with an avocado bag, as in a bag with avocados on it, still wearing his prison tracksuit, his prison issue grey tracksuit. He'd gone out and bought an avocado bag to carry his stuff in. And he's I think this is in a library somewhere in London, just wandering around, carrying this bag, as a giant manhunt is underway across London for him. And it's like, How is this guy accidentally mogging the entire British surveillance state? And the thing is, I don't want to say that he's on the run, because he's literally not on the run. They literally just let him go, and they're now desperately trying to find him, and he's just wandering around, just very relaxed. I've just got my little avocado bag. I'm just going to go to the library or something. I'm just going to just do whatever it is that these people do in their, well, I was going to say free time, but their lives are nothing but free time. But just doing whatever he's doing. And like I said, he's not even on the run. He doesn't even know they're trying to find him. He's just wandering around. And they were like, well, I guess there's only one thing for it. We're going to have to plead with him to hand himself in. Met Police urged him, please hand yourself in, because they just couldn't find him. Commander James Conway said the force was pursuing all lines of inquiry into his disappearance, adding that he had access to funds and had sought assistance from members of the public, and yet they still didn't get him. It's like, what is happening here? What is happening here? And so, as you can see, this is like day one, and I say this is day one because this is a multiple day story. So this sort of, I mean, honestly, I thought they were gonna be like, oh yeah, well we've got CCTV footage of him entering like a girls' school or something. This is the one thing we didn't want to happen. Anyway, like I said, they were like, look, we're out of options, we're out of ideas. Hadush Khatun or whatever his name was, please just hand yourself in. But the thing is, he had tried to do that. Apparently, he had tried to return himself to prison, but the guards turned him away. And it's like, oh my God. Even the rapist is like, listen, I'm actually meant to be in jail. You're not meant to be releasing me. And they're like, no, we told you. Go on, scamp. Get out of here. we don't want you here. just excuse me, could the rapist please return himself to prison? Oh, what? He's already tried to return himself to prison, and we turned him away from prison. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, by day 2, he was finally arrested. He was on the loose for 2 days. David Lammy's like, right, we got him, boys. We got him. They finally got him. A member of the public had contacted the police saying, well, look, he's here. And he wasn't, like I said, he wasn't on the run. Didn't know they were coming for him. But thanks to the Met, Essex and British Transport Police for their swift and thorough work, it took 2 days, right? He is now in custody and will be deported. Oh, wow. Oh, that's superb. He's actually going to be deported. Superb. Thank goodness. We're going to have a full investigation into what went wrong. I'm sure you will. But the thing is, literally that day, as Sky News reports, a migrant sex offender is the second person to be freed by mistake from the same prison. And so literally, I mean, the memes write themselves. We've accidentally released a second migrant sex offender by mistake. This is actually what the British state has done. This is, I mean, just, I don't know what to say, man. Like, it's preposterous that we are governed by such levels of incompetence, isn't it? Like, it's genuinely absurd. Genuinely. Oh, right. So, okay, it took 2 days, but you finally caught the first sex offender that you accidentally let out. Oh, sorry, we've accidentally let out a second one. Just, okay, moving on. So, Hadush Kebatu finally got deported to Ethiopia. Oh, thank goodness. The Home Office was like, yep, on a flight to Ethiopia, arrived on Wednesday. Yeah, he's out. He is absolutely out. We got him. We got him, boys. So, well done. So, you can actually deport people when you want to deport people. Well, I mean, you know, we've deported him. He got deported. I mean, shouldn't he be in jail? Shouldn't he be actually being punished for what he's done? Because, as far as I can tell, paying him £500 to fuck off is actually not a punishment. Paying an Ethiopian man, and £500 is an annual salary, the average annual salary in Ethiopia. So he's had his merry little adventure over to England, sexually assaulted a girl, watched the mad British state act in genuinely mad ways. And eventually he's like, look, okay, give me 500 quid and I'll fuck off. And they're like, fine, go. Because apparently he was threatening to disrupt the deportation process. So as in, they wouldn't even have been able to deport him if he hadn't voluntarily gone by taking a year's salary in Ethiopia first. Like, what? I just, you can't help but laugh at this because it's so goddamn ridiculous. Like, everything about this country is just so preposterous that you couldn't have made this up. So not only did we let him out for some reason, and he was like, look, I think I need to go back to jail. And they're like, no, piss off. And then they spent 2 days hunting around London, unable to find him until a member of the public dobs him in. And then he's like, yeah, okay, give me £500 and I'll leave. So anyway, we have deported him back to Ethiopia with £500. And I assume that's going to be the last we'll ever see of him. Except it might not well be, because apparently a man sent to France under the one-in, one-out scheme had returned to Britain on just a small boat. You know, the way that Hadush, Kebatu, or whatever his goddamn name is, the way he got here too. So it's entirely possible that tomorrow he just rocks up on a small fucking boat to get back into the country. There is literally nothing stopping him. This entire country is like a Mr. Bean episode. It is absurd the way that this country is being run, and yet here we are. Here, what is preventing this man from coming back? Presumably his own bafflement at the madness of this country. They're like, right, you're under arrest for touching up this 14-year-old. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going to jail then. Oh, actually, you're not under arrest. Get out. It's like, no, I think I'm meant to be in jail. No, you're not. Get out. 2 days later, right, you're under arrest. It's like, am I? What the hell's going on? I don't know. If you give me some money, I'll just leave. I just want to get out of the madhouse that is modern Britain, and he might well come back. Who knows? And it's just, we used to be a great power, you know. We used to have an empire that ruled the seas. People used to think our bureaucratic abilities, the governance Britain was capable of, were second to none. We used to genuinely be the best at just governance. And now, look at the state of us. Just actually look at the state of us. Anyway, our best and brightest are on it, folks. David Lammy has announced an independent inquiry into this accidental release. No word about the other one. It was accidentally released. I assume he's still on the run. So you can rest soundly in your beds. They may well be repeatedly releasing foreign sex criminals into the country that they can't themselves track down and must rely on the members of the public for, and then eventually just rely on the actual criminals themselves to essentially self-deport, because this country is insane and things make more sense back in Ethiopia.